guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another what I eat in a week video, and I realized I generally start my week really strong with some cool recipes, being all innovative and creative, but then it really dies down and fizzles out by the end of the week. I think the work week just really gets to me. But regardless, I try to just incorporate a little bit of what I generally try to eat, film some of my workouts as well, and I realized I end up not working out for a good portion of the week. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, so let's get started.
So of course my day cannot begin unless I have some coffee.
Up there.
I spent some time having a good conversation. And on this particular morning, I actually had some deals come in through the weekend, so I was super pumped about that. So I had some admin work to do before having breakfast, so I did this while honestly just sipping on some coffee. And when I was done, I had my classic bread with cookie butter. Just craving something sweet this morning, so kind of going with how my body feels and also working on not indulging on every single thing that I want to eat, but also enjoying myself a little bit. And of course, a little snack. Lunch today is this homemade tonkatsu broth that I literally boiled for over 12 hours. And of course, a nice ramen egg on top, which I messed up by over boiling, with also a side of canned eels and a side of cat. And I know this is not a good habit to have for when I'm eating or slurping, but I'm always just keeping myself distracted in front of a screen. So there's that. I tend to have the most energy midday, so I've been scheduling my workout midday. That wine bottle is honestly a replacement for a weight. So guys, just use what you have. So here's me crushing a Caroline Gervain workout here and just dying. I've been obsessed with using this torch. So I use this torch to torch some meat for lunch here. And I know this doesn't look amazing, but it's a quick stir fry with quinoa and it honestly tastes super good. So another classic work morning for me this Tuesday. I got up, watched some vlog videos here and while sipping on my coffee and enjoying a very nice avocado toast. I found that the best way to cut it is actually slicing the avocado in half when it's already in half, and then actually just peeling it off from here and just mashing it on your toast. For me, it's easier than grabbing another spoon and then needing to wash that. So this is a little hack from me. And to add a little bit more flavor, because I don't want to salt my avocado toast, I added some very nice Iberico ham and it was delicious. Today you'll see me use this wine bottle in action, and I'm leveraging it for the upper body bicep curls and kind of shoulder presses, and honestly, use what you have. And today is me crushing day 2 of Caroline Gervain's workout here. And I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but it's honestly pretty tough. For lunch, I was really craving some Korean seafood pancakes, but of course I didn't have all the right ingredients, so I just used what I have, some frozen veggies, octopus, and shrimp, and mixed everything together and tried my best to flip this, and I still messed up. I gave myself another chance to try it this time, and to my delight, I actually did a lot better because I wasn't so impatient and hungry and flipped it properly. Yes, it's a little bit burnt, but hey, that's flavor, right? So I made 2 pancakes and stacked them on top of each other, and of course, like every other day, I distracted myself and ate by watching some YouTube videos and texting people. I needed to buy a few things today, so I thought I'd go the extra mile, get some extra steps in, and enjoy a nice view of the city. Because honestly, walking is such a great low intensity, steady state to just boost your exercise levels. So I decided to make myself a nice margarita using this little kit that I got. And honestly, I don't have a proper cocktail shaker, so my protein shaker works well. And I got to enjoy a nice little treat before I started cooking dinner today. And ta-da, what is new? Dinner is basically lunch leftovers, but also I decided to add a little bit more carbs just with a little side of pasta and try to make it look prettier by sprinkling sesame seeds.
Today's day 3. I'm thinking that I will go for a fasted walk to just get my step count in. Do you hear that? To get my step count in and then come back and have some breakfast.
I was so hungry because I usually have breakfast first thing. But anyways, for breakfast, it was exactly what I had yesterday, so nothing new here. I turned on the TV and found out the results for the election was still not in, so I resumed my work and continued my day by attending my company's morning stand-up. And actually, here's a little clip of me.
I want to catch up on some outbounding, so I'm going to focus on getting the remainder of my contacts added into my sequence.
Also, Lucy, a cat.
The theme for today's lunch was honestly cleaning out what I had in the fridge. So I had a bunch of ground pork left, so I decided to just make it in bulk so that I have food for the next few days. And I try to make it Asian style, so I added in some hoisin sauce, sugar, and tossed in some basil I've been growing from my own little electric garden and threw it on top of some pasta here and making it pretty with some sesame seeds and sriracha. And of course, I'm literally just eating in front of a screen, watching YouTube, Netflix, or whatever. Basically, the only break I have during the day is when I'm eating. I had a little bit of a sweet tooth after lunch, so I literally immediately had some corn pops and some almond milk. And this actually satisfied my craving pretty well. So I lied, I had another snack. And welcome to another day of eating whatever is left over for lunch for dinner. So I threw that ground pork mixture on top of some rice and ate like this for the remainder of my evening. I literally don't know why I have a kitchen table when I just hold a plate up like this. So I don't usually eat after dinner, but I was so hungry, so I just snacked on a little really tiny slice of bread with some vegan butter and some alfalfa sprouts, and thought if I put sriracha on it, it would look better as well.
Several takeaways among them after this country has endured a grueling pandemic and economic downturn.
I realized how good that alfalfa sprout tasted, so of course I had my cup of coffee and I decided to throw that alfalfa sprout on top of the toast that I usually have in the morning, and I really enjoyed it because it tastes so nice and refreshing, and I honestly just worked my way through my morning while eating here. So all the bread that you see me eating every morning, I actually make it myself every week. So I thought I'd throw in the recipe because a few people have asked in my previous what I eat in a day. So this is essentially a quick walkthrough of everything that you'll need, and it really doesn't take any time. Bread honestly is not difficult to make when you know the basics. So I've also linked the recipe below in my description, and I make this probably once every 2 weeks. And I freeze a second loaf so that I don't always have to be making bread all the time. Here are my 2 beautiful loaves, and once they cool down, I generally slice them up like this. I got pretty hungry after making bread, so I treated myself to this nice little pineapple cake here while watching some YouTube videos. For lunch today, I had some more of that ground pork mixture that I made earlier because I had so much left, and I added in some fresh cooked rice with another half of an avocado to add in a nice portion of healthy fats. And I know this may be a little bit odd, but the flavors honestly all complemented each other very well. It seems like I was really hungry on this day, so I had one of my fresh sliced bread here with some red bean paste that I just made myself and enjoyed this as a quick snack. I was feeling rather inspired this day, so I decided to make some red bean mochi balls here. So I made a large portion of the red bean paste and honestly just microwave some of the mochi dough based off of some glutinous rice powder that I had and just whip these all up together. And if I were to do this again, I would not flour my board in such a ugly manner. And of course, I ate a few, or 3 of them. I used up all my energy making bread and mochi this day, so I just had some instant noodles that I made it a little bit more creamy and air fried some fish and called it a day with some sparkling water. Ending my Friday breakfast with how my Monday started, with bread and cookie butter. For lunch, I stir-fried some pork belly with roasted chestnuts in more of a Korean style with gochujang. I served it over a nice, generous portion of white rice. And of course, sprinkled some sesame seeds on top. This is honestly so good. My favorite flavors are sweet and spicy together, with probably a little bit more on the sweet side. And I honestly devoured this, and I find that I tend to eat a little bit too quickly when I use a spoon, so I probably shouldn't. I had some of the mochi that I made yesterday as a really quick sweet snack and pick me up for the day. And I started practicing making a cake because my friend's birthday is coming up soon and I wanted to make her a nice homemade cake. And I would say the flavor was not the best thing, but I'm still practicing, so hopefully I can show you my final work maybe next week. I ended up snacking on the crunchy tops. But here is what it'll look like when I added on the buttercream frosting. And again, don't judge this. I know it's not the best looking thing, but it tasted okay. So stay tuned next week for my other attempt.
Oh, I literally don't know what to eat, so I'm eating the same thing. This is what happens when you just, I don't know, man. Doesn't it look better with sesame seeds? So for dinner, literally I'm having the same thing as lunch. This is, and I know I'm not eating enough vegetables, but this is what you're gonna get from me today, and I just haven't gone grocery shopping.
To make up for my lackluster dinner, here's a cute clip of Bob eating his dinner. It's cute, right?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you do like what you see. It'll really help YouTube recommend my video and pick it up in the algorithm. But apart from that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.